Howdy ho, Arkansas Pilgrim here. I'm going to be doing a major project, major fix, a non-redneck form of repair on my property today. So, well, I'll explain it to you as I'm showing you. Here's what I'm going to be using to do the repair. It's a mini excavator, 2 to 3 ton, I guess. If you saw my short earlier, that's what I was going to pick up. Going to be doing some digging with it. And I'll show you now. I'll show you what I'm going to be digging up.
He is beauty, he is grace.
Here we have little Arkansas Pilgrim. You're going to learn what it's like to use an implement of destruction. Camera shake is part of the action nature of this shot. I'd ask you to forgive me for it, but I'm not apologizing for it, so. And we're heading down there where you see the where that four-wheeler's parked. That's where we got to do some repair. Okay, this is what the project is. See this damage on this culvert? Well, we're going to be repairing that. This is on our driveway. Actually, technically, this is not our driveway. This is an easement. I'm standing on my neighbor's property right now, and our property's on the other side. The property line runs right down the middle. Well, the neighbor, I don't want to tell the whole story, but we installed, partially me, but he replaced a culvert that used to be here, and actually added 2 for to drain into his pond. He had sort of a pond here, and there's a major drainage goes through here. Well, his contractor installed this wrong, put a bunch of gravel underneath it, so when we actually got a bunch of flow, water got underneath it and floated it up. When all was said and done, it dropped back down, and it was kind of above grade a little, and we should have, actually he may have actually talked to the contractor, but considering the guy obviously wasn't that bright, I don't think he would come out and, he wouldn't come out and repair it. So the county came out and put some SB2, which is this certain size gravel with some concrete kind of mixed with it. They put it over the top. Well, it wore away. I've been calling them for a year to try to get them to come back, put more on, because this was getting worn. Well, one time our garbage truck went over it, and it went from being worn to damaged. That was a week ago. Now, I'm gonna use this excavator, dig up on either side, and the reason I'm not gonna dig the whole thing up is my neighbor put in an outlet structure, with brick and rock and mortar and concrete, and it encases the end of the culvert, which is the ends are actually down about the right depth, because the water, when it washed through underneath it, washed away some of the stuff. I made, my tractor still isn't working. I made my own, not quite fancy, but probably actually stronger, entrance that holds the culvert in place and also kind of funnels water into it. Well, rather than rip all that out, we're gonna dig on either side, go underneath, scrape out the dirt so it drops down to the right level, and then put everything back. There's something to be said for video games. Little Arkansas Pilgrim, I guess maybe I should say young Arkansas Pilgrim, is way better at this than I am. Two-handed, two hands, 3 different controls all at the same time. He's a lot better than I am at it, actually. And you got 3 different controls. You got the, well, 4 actually. You've got the bucket swinging, curling like a wrist. You got the one arm out front going up and down. You got the arm that's connected directly to the machine going up and down, and also the whole arm pivoting, which like that. He's doing a great job. Alrighty, we've dug, as you can see, we've dug some out here and gone through, and you can see the light underneath. We've got space underneath there. And what we're gonna do is cut this area out that's damaged, the smallest amount I can get away with, and then gonna cover it with, see this, yeah, they got 2 of these. Yeah, 2 of these pieces. They're actually meant to couple culverts together. And actually there's one of them along here somewhere where you know it's used to, well, couple 2 coupler culverts together. And this, I'm going to put these over it to kind of patch the hole. And got a generator out here, got a sawzall and a drill. So I'm going to go to town on it, and I'll show you the results in a minute. Okay, this is actually, I had to cut out a lot more of it than I was expecting. I thought I was going to have to cut out about yay much here, but there was a split running down that way. But I'm going to go ahead and patch it anyway, because I'm in the middle of doing this, and I may end up actually throwing something over the top of this. I know somebody that does welding. I may see if I can get a hunk of steel I can kind of throw over the top of this as a support that, and, you know, to be buried and, you know, spread the load out a little bit more. We'll see. There we go. The patches are on, but they're not as thick as the culvert. So I think they are going to need more support over the top. So hey, I said before I wasn't expecting problems. It didn't mean that there weren't going to be any. So yeah, there are some. Well, one thing at a time. Don't hurt yourself, man. Yeah, that's how I feel too. We've got a little more digging to dig out from under. I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there in the center, there's a high spot. That's part of, we need to dig underneath so it'll drop down some more. But we're gonna have to do that tomorrow morning because I'm old and tired, and he's young and tired. So we're gonna go in for the day, part 2 tomorrow.